Hey, welcome everybody. It's Joe the Weed Guy, Joe LaChance. I'm here at the Burn and Learn Festival, Arts and Food Festival here, 2024 at the Holy Ghost Park. We're having a great time here, and I'm talking to people about the power of the plant. So I have here Jennifer Savage Woods, right?
Savage Lee Woods, yes.
Jennifer Savage Lee Woods. We're going to talk a little bit to Jennifer about the power of the plant and how it has benefited her life. So Jennifer, how you doing today? First of all,
well, I have a neck injury and I got no sleep last night. As you can hear, my voice is very hoarse. My occipital nerve is acting up and I'm very uncomfortable today. So I came to hang out with friends to try to keep my depression at bay and do what I need to do to continue to remain alive and living.
Okay.
I've been sober for almost 24 years now, and cannabis has helped me achieve that. Alcohol is a demon in my life. It brought out a person in me that should never have existed, and the marijuana has helped me become the person that I should be, the person that I needed to find my way to become. It's helped me medicinally. I'm not an addict of pain medication. I have not become enslaved to the big pharma. I refuse. Personally, I do not choose the medicinal, recreational offerings that these other programs have. I buy my stuff from people from here because they grow their own. I've been to their houses. I see what they do. I'm learning from them how to grow my own plants and how to turn my plants into medicine to help other people.
So tell us a little about, when did you start using cannabis? Was it always a medicine for you, or did you used to use it?
I started as a kid. My Uncle Tom was a Grateful Dead head. He loved Pink Floyd. He was all about the music. And growing up, the one thing that he always said to me, he said, "You'll never do something that you'll regret if you're just stoned. You'll never regret a decision. You'll never second guess a choice." He said, "Because you made it of sound peace of mind. Flower comes of the earth. Enjoy it and entice it. Stay away from white man's poison." And he was 100% correct. He was a Bridgeport mental health worker for many, many years, but he saw the benefits of how it helped his patients instead of being on these psychosomatic drugs, you know, addicted to pain medications, muscle relaxers, can't live without it. It was just one addiction leading into another, and him seeing that I was growing up in a bad situation where alcohol was easier to get than the marijuana. He made sure that the marijuana was available to me and that what I was smoking was pure and that what I knew what I was getting. So I was raised with a basis of, this is not just getting high. There's a reasoning behind it. There's an essence to it. There's an education that I needed to gain. And it wasn't until I met the church that I was actually taught, you know, the difference between an indica and a sativa, and medicinally how it helped me get back my life to fucking living, man. I wasn't living for a long time. I got hurt over 2 years ago, and I forgot how to live. And if it wasn't for this community and if it wasn't for that beautiful flower, I probably would have been hanging from a tree.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest.
Wow. See,
and as hard as that is to say,
cannabis saves lives, right?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go.
I agree with it. I have friends that are veterans that the marijuana program saved their lives. It saved their lives. And they didn't have dispensaries back then. They had friends who would hand it to them because it was completely illegal.
Here's the thing. We all know that coming from that era when it was completely illegal. You had to make sure you had a good source. Most people didn't know how to use it medicinally. Luckily, even though 100 years before they did.
Yeah, the Native Americans did.
That's what I was going to say. Luckily, you were raised with a Native American background, so that's, you kind of maybe had a little bit of, I don't want to say an edge, but a little bit of a different perspective on the plant than, let's say, the mainstream people do, because they've all been pounded in their head how bad it was for them. And here we come to a place where we have to break a stigma that was created by propaganda, by medical industry, by whoever knows, the government.
Exactly.
We have to break a stigma, whereas you were never raised with that stigma. So that's a really great thing that you knew from the start that cannabis comes from the earth and that it is good for you.
Do you want to know the one thing that always stuck in my head? My uncle always said to me, do you watch those stupid commercials at night where it's one pill and it cures all of this?
But the side
He
effects
goes,
will kill you.
but the side effects go on for 10 minutes and they're so small. He said, by law, they have to put them. He goes, they don't know what they're going to do to you. He said, in 10 years, they don't know what that medication's going to actually do to you. He goes, this flower has been growing for hundreds of years.
Well, we know what this doesn't. Right.
And it's never changed.
We got plenty of research on this. Hundreds of years on this.
Right.
So real quick, we're almost out of time. You got any quick, funny weed stories for us?
So growing up, my mom was Italian and she was strict edge. No weed, no weed. I was in high school and she told me to go get my lunch money out of her wallet. So I went in and I found a beautiful joint and I was so like, oh my goodness, my mom smoking a joint? So I took it out in the backyard. I took like 3 hits off of it. Yes, I closed the back window so the smell didn't come in. And I burnt the edge off of it. Like I to rip the edge off of it and I put it back in her wallet so she didn't know. And about 15 minutes later, she comes upstairs, she goes, I gotta go for a walk for milk. Now I'm gonna tell you. For 15 years, that bitch never walked to the gallon to go get a gallon of milk from the store. It was 2 miles away. She took a walk into the trees, she came back, and that bitch was high. And I will tell you, I have never found the same energy under the same roof as that woman that I did that night. For 2 hours, we watched stupid sitcoms, and we were at the same energy level, forgetting that we were mother and daughter, forgetting that we hated each other, just being in that moment and enjoying the zen that we shared together. To this day, she never knew that I was stoned and off of her stuff. I never admitted to that, but I did admit to her that I caught her smoking a few times. And at her age now, she's casual about it. She used to be a school bus driver, so she doesn't, like, that was taboo again. But now that she's retired, she once again is partaking. She doesn't live in the state, so shh, that's a secret.
Nice.
But yeah.
All right.
So that's my funny story.
Well, and that, you make a good point there. Cannabis, you smoke it, no matter who you are, you feel like you're on the same level. That's why this community and the cannabis community can get together and have fun and have no problems and enjoy each other's company, because once we're on the plant, we all know we're on the same level.
Exactly.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you, Canada Joe. This is great.
Love your glasses.
I love yours too.